after that really spectacular fireworks display by the uh, National Fireworks Association last night in Auburn, Indiana. We are, let me get that out of the way. We are, that was the shifter for the van. We are on our way to Oberlin, Ohio, the birthplace of my mom. So, looking forward to seeing where her beginnings came from. And yeah, so let's get on the road here. Okay, I am in Oberlin, Ohio. This is the birthplace of my mom. And I thought I'd stop in and see what this city is about and where she maybe spent some of her very early childhood. All right, well, I'm at the Oberlin sports complex, or I'm not sure exactly if that's the right name for it. Recreation complex, I think. And so I parked there and did some trash and other unpleasant duties, seeing as they had some porta potties and whatnot there. So everything's emptied and cleared and ready to go. You know, it's kind of one of those things that you got to do when you're doing the van life thing. But Oberlin has a arboretum, and the arboretum is associated with Oberlin College. And so I thought that we'd maybe take a quick pass through the arboretum and see what's going on, see if there's any early fall color. It is very early in the fall at this point, but there is some color showing up. Let me spin you around so you can see what's going on. I'm standing at a road, obviously, and so Joy is right back there in the parking lot to the recreation complex, and this appears to be the trailhead going into the conservancy, so let's check it out. I'm using the brand new DJI mic, and so I'm hoping, and it's got a dead cat attached to it. You may have saw it attached to the visor of my cap. And so my hope is that we're not picking up any wind noise. It is a little bit breezy, not super breezy or anything, but every now and then I feel a nice breeze. And I'm hoping that the microphone itself is not feeling that breeze at all, what with a dead cat in the way. But yeah, this is a nice little bike path heading in. And I think what I read is that the loop here is, if it's even a loop, is only a couple of miles. So it's not a really big, long thing that you can go through. There's an arboretum in Madison that's also associated with the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and it is massive. So, big university, big arboretum, I guess. Little college in Oberlin, little arboretum. Interesting that there's a stop sign ahead. Is there another road here? The trailhead is like a block or two back from the actual arboretum itself, so I don't think that we're actually in the arboretum proper just quite yet, but we'll get there. Well, I was thinking I might need to stop and consult with Google to see exactly where we needed to go, but looks to me like we just need to go right. I knew that that would be the case, but I didn't know. And I think that once we've gone down a ways, we probably have to turn left into the Conservancy proper. But you can probably tell that we definitely have some leaves in the air and some color coming in. There goes some leaves. And some of those deep, rich, solid color of green that is so strong and steady throughout the summer months is starting to give way to the yellows of fall. I'm loving this little patch of color right ahead, and there's some red behind on the vines that are crawling up the trees, either alive or dead, the trees. And I'll have to check and see what the name of this trail is. It's a longer trail that may be associated with either the county or the state, not just with the city of Oberlin. So, yeah, all right, so we'll go east to Professor/Main Street and see if we can branch off to the left and go a little bit deeper into the Conservancy. You can see a little outbuilding over there through the trees. Don't know what that would be. It's got a green roof and sort of tan sides. There's some planes flying overhead. I think that would be probably from, if I'm remembering the cities in the area correctly, Akron, I think is the next biggest city. I'll check it out on Google, of course, and put it on the video so I don't look like a complete idiot saying all the wrong cities and whatnot. Oh, okay. There is a golf course here. I do remember seeing this on Google. So I don't know if the arboretum is further off in that direction. There's a hawk circling above the trees over there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I'm going to consult with Google here for a moment. So while I do that, talk amongst yourselves. So let's just keep going. Sorry I didn't bring any clubs, so I won't be doing any golf. Looks like a beautiful golf course, though. I see a biker coming at us way up the trail there. Trying trying to get a better vantage of the golf course, but there's an awful lot of trees and stuff here, so we may not ever get that. The paved trail here still wet from the rain last night. Check out that fairway. Boy, I'd love to tee off. I did not bring clubs with me, enjoy. I think maybe you could rent clubs at the pro shop of a lot of golf courses. I wonder, what life was like in Oberlin, Ohio, back in 1930, when my mother was born. In the very, very early spring. Wonder if it was a warm year that year. I tried to see if there would be a possibility for me to look up her birth records here, and I called the city courthouse. And they said, well, that's actually kept at the health department, which is in another town, I believe, that is called Elira, which is, I think, the county seat for whatever this county is. She mentioned the name of the county, but I don't remember it. So I guess we're not going to, go to a courthouse and look up my mom's birth record. That would have been kind of an interesting little event to put on a video, I guess. But I do have her birth certificate, so I know that she was born in Oberlin, Ohio in 1930. But yeah, continuing on with the thought, I just kind of wonder what life was like in the 30s in Oberlin, Ohio. Could probably do a little research, but I don't know how much you can find about a town that's period based. I would imagine that Wikipedia has, some information about the early and later history of just about everywhere. So, guess I could look for that. If I think about that as I'm posting this video, I will put a link to the wiki page for Oberlin, Ohio, down in the show notes. And I'm not seeing a way to turn off of the trail up here. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. This may be the extent of our arboretum journey here. Maybe I'll just stop right here for a moment and let you look forward while I try to see if there's a trail that leads into the arboretum. Hang on, talk amongst yourselves. It looks to me like I need to go all the way down to the street down there and then hang a left and then hang a left again, and that will circle back into a trail. Okay, let's give it a shot. I was hoping when I parked over there at the recreational complex that the trailhead that we were originally coming in on would go directly into the arboretum, but I guess not. All right. More folks on the trail. We'll turn away from them. So the arboretum's in there. and it's pretty dense from this vantage point, so I don't really even see a trail. I mean, there's like a little trail right here, but it's like that doesn't go into the arboretum. Why isn't there one of these on the other side that actually goes down into the arboretum? I don't even know where that one goes. Probably into there's a neighborhood, I think, just on the other side of the little green space to the right of me here. I don't know how far in it is, but so we'll get to see a little bit of the town or the city of Oberlin as we get onto the road right here. Unfortunately, I have no address for where my mom lived, so I don't really have any way of finding, the house where she got her start. That would be outstanding if I had that. But yeah, so all I can do is just kind of drive around town and say, boy, there's some really old houses. I wonder if that could have been the house, but you can play that guessing game for eternity and still not hit it. For all I know, the house that she lived in was condemned and razed long ago. Okay. Open burning prohibited. I don't see anything that very specifically announces that this is the Oberlin Arboretum, but let's go in. I know this to be it, so at least Google seems to think that this is it. So, the trail here is a loose gravel, but it's black, so I don't know whether it's just old crushed up road or what. In the comments, feel free to let me know what you're thinking about the use of the new DJI Action 4, Osmo Action 4, big long name for it. I sometimes see it abbreviated as OA4, so I guess there's that, I could say it that way, but I could just call it the DJI Action Cam, or the DJI Cam, whatever. The mic is just called the DJI mic, and that's what you're hearing me through, so it would be great to hear your thoughts on the visuals and the audio. How's it look and how's it sound? Oh, this is very pretty. Got a little bumblebee trying to catch some last minute pollen. We'll be continuing our trek in an easterly direction, leaving Oberlin today and heading towards Wadsworth, Ohio. Something screeching up there somewhere. Don't see anybody in a tree. friends of the family live in Wadsworth, so we'll stop in and say hey. And from there, we're going to head through that tiny little strip of Pennsylvania that butts up against Lake Erie, and then enter New York State, where I have booked this Friday night and Saturday night at Lake Erie State Park. And while, oh cool, we've got a fork in the road. And while at Lake Erie State Park, I will get to meet a friend that I game with online. One day I'll probably show you how I do the whole gaming thing. Just checking Google here now for the moment, just to figure out what's going on with the trail. Yes, oh, okay. Yeah, we're going right, is how we're going to do this. Yeah, so there's a friend that I game with online, and we're going to maybe meet for the first time in person. Been chatting with the person for a long time, playing Call of Duty, World at War, also known as COD5, one of the better titles in the Call of Duty franchise. So we've been shooting at each other for years, and so it's about time that we actually did a little bit of a handshake and put a face to a name. So have that to look forward to on probably Saturday, sometime during the day would be my guess. I like to do a 2-night stay in a state park, because then you get at least one whole day where you can, do something, relax, enjoy yourself, maybe take in the trails, that kind of thing. Because state parks typically have a trail that you can go hike. Wow, this is just really beautiful in here. There should be a huge pond coming up here, so that will be nice. And so the check-in time Friday will be anytime after 3 p.m. Camper etiquette says don't come and try to be setting up after dark. That's really annoying to all the other campers. Not saying it doesn't happen, but that's the etiquette point is not to do that. And checkout time, sadly, is like 11 a.m. So by 11 a.m. Sunday morning, I got to be out of that park. That part I'm not keen on. I think that checkout time should be noon or 1, because the next campers won't be arriving any sooner than 3, so why have a 3-hour, span of time where the campsite is just sitting there doing nothing? Well, not to be too worried about it. Let's see, what time is it? It's 12:32, and it's about, I don't think it's more than an hour drive to Wadsworth. I do want to hit the Planet Fitness and get a shower in before the end of the day, and before I meet up with any actual humans. Definitely looks like a a trail right there, but don't know what made it. What do we got right here? It looks like it goes downhill from here. Oh, I got another hiker down there. Just kind of being careful here because it could be slippery. And like I say, I don't really want to land on my butt. You have to walk around that. That's kind of tall, but it doesn't go on for long here. I'm also kind of keeping an eye out to the left here to see if there is a trail that will go up toward the main trail up there. I don't see a way to get through there. But somebody just walked through there. Well, that's just the continuation of this trail, so I guess now that I've gotten off of where it's all washed away, I can go down through here. It occurs to me that I'm recording this in 4K 30. I don't know that that's a great idea. I mean, it's probably going to be an awesome visual, but I won't be posting this in 4K 30 because it would probably take me like 20 hours to do that upload. Sorry, wish I could do more 4K stuff. I might, real small stuff. Oh boy, this is starting to look quite wet. Yeah. The trail has become a swamp. No. Yeah, I don't know how bad it's going to get further down the way, so I think we're just going to back on out of here and head back the way we came. That'll be the extent of the journey through this arboretum. Pretty little place. Be really cool if they did a better job of defining the trails through here and also posting a map online. That would be really helpful. I went to the Oberlin College website and it only had a small little page talking about the arboretum without any set of pictures or trail maps or anything. So kind of a disappointment in that regard. But the arboretum itself didn't disappoint, right? It was a nice little walk through here. And we'll just have to be content with what we've seen so far. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. By the way, do you like my new hat? It's from the early Ford V8 museum. So yeah, go there and check it out. Very cool. There's a video on that, right? It's coming. Actually, it's already done. Why are you on? Because I don't know what I got.